Happy Monday. It is another beautiful day. We have no rain today. I'm really happy about that because last week we had a lot of rain, and it doesn't rain a lot here in SoCal, but it was needed, but definitely really nice to have some sunshine. I figured I'd take you on a walk with me. Let's do a money moves, but actually a motivational Monday, more or less. Okay, I want to keep you motivated to take inspired action, especially on today's episode of your daily dose of vitamin D3, because I know sometimes it feels like, when life is hard, when life feels hard, when things don't go according to plan, you often wonder, let me get this from wrapped around me, but you often wonder what you can do differently, how you can get out of the funk and where you go from here, right? Especially when you feel like throwing in the towel. What is it that you can do differently to kind of get away from that being your current reality? And it is just in the moment, by the way. The moment will pass, right? There is nothing that lasts forever. And so life will move on without you, whether you choose to or not. But I want to tell you some things that I actually do to get you through the hump. Okay, I'm going to put on my sunglasses here. It's a bit bright as I take you on a walk with me and we can have the conversation. And let me go ahead and get this. There we go. I was kind of tangled up there for a minute. So if you are at a place in your life right now, in business, in your career, and you just feel like, man, this is just not exactly what I thought it would be. And none of what's happening in my life currently is what I anticipated it would be. So, when that happens, I've gotten in that funk before. There are many times actually where I feel like I don't feel like showing up either. I don't want to do the work either. I don't want to do all that's required of me sometimes either. But the reality is I have to get in a positive headspace and shift my mindset, right? Shift my belief system. Because I have to ask myself, if not me, then who? If not now, rather, then when? And if I don't do this thing, then what will be the alternative? You know what I'm saying? What will be the alternative? See, that's what you got to ask yourself. So many people play in the lane of, if this doesn't work out, then I'll just go to my plan B. And if that doesn't work out, I'll just go to my plan C. And if that doesn't work out, no, hun, my plan B is my plan A. In other words, I don't have a plan B for my A game because I'm not giving myself the option at all to lose. I am in my winning season. I am a winner. And that's how you've got to think about it too, okay? And if you are truly a legacy leader, which, I'm sure you are, which if you're following me, you certainly are, then that's what legacy leaders do. They will find a way to win. We are resourceful people, right? So that's the first thing. Shift your mindset, right? And ask yourself the hard questions. Because if you're not going to be the one to do it, to push past where you are right now, nobody's going to do it for you. See, that's the reality we have to accept. We have to understand that nobody is coming to save us. So we have to be the ones to save ourselves, right? Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is throwing you a lifeline, right? So when you feel like you're ready to throw in the towel and you just can't do this no more, you need to have a hard heart-to-heart talk with yourself. And you need to ask yourself tough questions, but you need to also answer truthfully. So that's number one, okay? Get in a positive headspace. And you know what helps me get into a positive headspace is taking time like this to myself. Now I'm talking to you right now, but I'm also talking to myself. These are the questions I really do ask myself. I am on a nice stroll right now, taking in the air, looking around at my surroundings, reflecting on my life, and it's beautiful. You know, I hear the birds chirping, the kids are playing, people are walking and running and doing their thing, cars are driving by. Life, right? Sometimes when we are stuck in a funk and we're like, man, how am I going to get out of this? And, you know, you just kind of get trapped in that cycle of complaining about what's going on with you. That's all you can think about, especially when it feels like you're in this like deep, dark hole that you just can't climb out of. But the reality is, if you were to step away from that for even a moment, like I'm doing right now, and get into the fresh air, you know, just kind of be in nature and the beauty of the day, even if it's raining, you know, not raining hard where you can't, you know, like, but if you love the rain, but you know what I'm saying, like whatever it is for you. I know some people who live in snow and they will go take a breather. Whatever is true for you, whatever you've got to do to just relax and to kind of back away from your current situation. That's what I would recommend you do, because you would be surprised when you place yourself in a new environment, you will allow your mind and your head space and your heart space to open up in ways that you could not imagine. New ideas will come to you. You will all of a sudden get your spark back. You will get that hunger feeling that you once used to have, that light that's now dim will now be bright again. Like, you would be surprised just getting in a better headspace or getting out of your environment where it's making you feel sad and miserable and all you can think about is the negative stuff. If you just get surrounded, you don't even have to surround yourself with other people necessarily, but that's an option too. But like I said, you can just do this on your own, right? On your own time, on your own terms, and at your own pace. And when I'm off this live stream with you all, I will have the opportunity to just live there as long as I want to, right? Just stay in that moment for as long as I choose to. So when I do that, it opens up so many opportunities for me, because in my mind is now clear. I now have clarity, right? And I've now had a different experience. You see what I'm saying? I even had to do that. I mean, little small things that happen in my day. For example, just the other day, all of a sudden I was having these weird computer issues that I've never experienced before. And I was really trying to I was, staying on time, on track, on target, on task. And I was at a place where I was getting a lot accomplished. And I had, gotten up early, gotten my, kind of did my morning routine, of course. And then once I was done with that, I jumped into work. And I was like, yes, I'm ready. I'm feeling this day. I'm going to get a lot accomplished. And I had a lot of really important things to do, some big projects I'm working on, people depending on me to get my part of it done. And my computer was just so glitchy and so weird. I was thinking, okay, so it got to a point where it was so bad, I thought I was going to have to take it into the computer doctor and get it fixed or get it checked out, because I didn't know what the heck was wrong with it. I did all the troubleshooting I knew how to do. I don't claim to be this tech savvy individual, and I don't believe in wasting time, right? I believe in, listen, if that is not my lane, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm going to take this computer to somebody who knows what to look for and how to fix it, what the problem is, rather than me spinning my wheels, getting nowhere, wasting my precious time that I can't get back, and have somebody else to actually take a look who could, diagnose it and treat it, if you will. Okay, if it really it may have been even a quick, simple fix, and here I am wasting all of these hours. So that's what I did. And then I'm giving you that example because it's a real life example, but it's also, and I'm just going to walk up to this corner and back the other direction. I feel like I'm losing, like the sun is not like right where it should be, where I need it to be in order for you to really see me. And plus I just came from a nice long stroll before talking to you all. So this is kind of like extra, okay? So I'm going to turn around right here. But the other thing that I wanted to say is some of us don't have, I'll speak for myself. You could tell me how your checking and savings is set up, okay? But the way my checkings and savings is set up, no, I definitely can't afford to, and I don't allow myself to afford to not get up and do what I need to make my life what I'm designing it to be, you know, because that's my choice, right? It's my choice to do that. If I don't, like I said, what's the alternative? I'm certainly not ever going back into the workforce if I don't have to, so that's not an alternative for me, right? But the bigger thing that I want you to take away from this, and something else I really do, is I remember my why. I remember my why. And I would strongly encourage you, if you don't have a why, then that's problem number one, okay? And if you do, then you need to remember what it is. For me, I don't give myself the option. I don't allow myself to have a different opportunity to just walk away, right? To just let it go, to just throw in the towel and give up. For what? I've worked too long and too hard for what I have accomplished already and what I still yet have to achieve. And there is no way in hell I'm letting anyone stop me. That is why my word for this year is unstoppable. No one, and I do mean no one, nothing, I do mean nothing, will get in the way of that. You understand? And so you've got to be just as relentless and just as, like, be real with yourself. If that's not true for you, then okay, what is true for you? The other thing is, I got people depending on me, you know? I totally forgot to, hopefully you can still hear me and see me. I forgot to turn off my notifications. Shoot. Anyways, hopefully it doesn't disrupt our live stream. So bright I can hardly see. Looks like we're still going, so I'll keep talking. All right, so what is your why? For me, I have lots of whys. I have my family, my immediate love circle, as I refer to them as, who I have a lot, you know, I want to do a lot with them and for them, okay? And of course, if I am a legacy leader, wouldn't I be leading by example to the women who I serve? I mean, what do I look like telling women and promoting this whole build an aligned and profitable brand and business and prioritize your health, healing, and happiness if I am not walking the talk? Okay, so the women that I am connected to, the community who I am attached to, those who are my clients, those who who I congregate with, those who are in my circle, I am leading the way and I am leading my own legacy. Okay, that's number one. And then my family. You know, what about the legacy I'm building? Am I not building a legacy for them? Right? This is not just about me reaching the top. It's about when I'm long gone, what about them? So, you know, this is something I'm doing for my family. I am also committed to God. I am never going to be disobedient in any way to my calling. I will always obey my calling. I will honor it. I will answer to it every single time. Okay, this is my life's work. This is my mission. I'm clear on my why. I'm clear on my ancestors who paved the way for my freedoms. There's no way in hell will I ever have the audacity to be disregarding their legacy, disrespecting, you know, any part of what they've gone through in their lifetime and how they did, I mean, literally through blood, sweat, and tears and died for my freedoms. There is no way ever will I stop. Okay? As long as I have breath in me, I will keep going. So I'm very clear on my whys. Okay? I will never forget where my people came from. I will never forget the pain that they endured through slavery. I will never forget, even till this day. We are in year 2025 and we are still dealing with crap, okay? Just because of the color of our skin. Yes, that is a sad truth, but it is the truth nonetheless. And I am not one to bite my tongue, whether you disagree with me or not, because I'm living this life every single day. I know what's true. Okay, I don't have to read the tabloids and the papers and watch the news. I know what my people go through. We experience this every single day in real life. Okay, and we are tired of the fight and tired of the struggle, tired of the hustle, tired of the hassles, tired of the health issues. We're tired. Been working hard for a long ass time carrying this country, you know? So we are in this to win this, and you have to be clear on your why. I'm clear. I don't deviate from that truth, and I don't deviate from the activities that is required of me, you know, that has been given to me, this mission that God has assigned to me. I do what I have to do to make it work, to make it happen. Okay, so that's my truth, and that is what I realistically do. See if they're playing ball over here. We can walk the long way. So, you know, so what is your why? You know, and if you're getting value from this, let me know. Let me know what's helpful for you, what's pulling on those heartstrings, what's resonating with you, what's your biggest takeaway so far? What is your why? And then how are you taking care of your holistic well-being? You know, when you are ready to give up, it's just an impulsive decision most of the time, because in the moment, or maybe even an accumulation of experiences have caught up to you, and it's just wearing you down and it's wearing you out. But once it's all said and done and that time has passed, because it will, it always does, we always make it through. When that happens, then what? Then do you just sit there and lie down and to wither away and fade away until, just never do nothing with your life? Then what? And that's why I started this conversation by saying you've got to get in the right headspace. You've got to ask yourself the hard questions. Okay, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? Okay, if I'm not attached to my why, then what? Why am I living in my plan B? Why am I allowing my plan B to rule me? No, I need to create a game plan, an A game, and that is what I need to be working on all the time, right? So yes, life is tough, life is hard. It will always be that way. Nobody who is a human being on this planet called Earth will ever escape that truth. Nobody is that special that they are exempt. Nobody. Not me, not you, and not anybody else you know. Okay? So we are going to go through some things. We are going to go through some tough times. Life is going to feel hard at times. You know? And still, as we are climbing those steep terrains, as we are trudging through those muddy waters, as we are stumbling over the rocky mountaintops or the rocky stumble that's in the road here, as we find our way through, around, above, beyond, underneath, however we got to get through these obstacles, we got to do what we got to do. Okay? And so you've got to figure out what that looks like for you, just as I have had to figure out what that looks like for me. And when you do that, you'll be in a better and stronger position and be able to make decisions, solid decisions with a clear mind, with, positive thoughts. That's why it's so important to do your affirmations every day. That is why it is so important to, if you're a prayerful person, maybe not religious, but I don't consider myself religious, but I'm certainly spiritual. If you're a spiritual person and you believe in God and the universe and you're connected to these things, then, this is what you want to hold on to, So prayer and meditation and, like I said, getting out here and taking a nice walk to clear your mind. And when I did that, by the way, using that as an example with my computer, guess what? My computer was up and running again like nothing ever happened. So it's just a trip how life will work in that way. And probably can't see me that good right here. Let's see if I turn you this way. But that's okay. We're going to be here in a moment ending this live stream, but let's walk over here in the shade. And then I just want you to remember these primary principles, because it's these primary principles that have gotten me through time and time and time and time and time and time again. Okay, because I know that life is going to keep lifing, right? Life is the thing that happens when we are making plans. Life will ebb and flow you until, it will feel like an emotional roller coaster. And there won't be anything you could really do. But see, here's the thing, and this is also a problem. If you keep trying to control the things that you are not in control of, then that's problematic, right? So you've got to get to a place where you are not trying to control anything more than what's within your control. And when you do that, you will be able to steer your life in the direction that you wish for it to go. Okay? So I really hope this has been helpful to you and valuable. And if it is, of course, give me a thumbs up. That's like a fist bump, a little wink to let me know you're good, and that I would really appreciate some comments as well, or in the chat. Let's see if we have any questions. I don't think so from what I can see. But if you're watching this on the replay, definitely let me know what was most helpful for you. And I hope you're enjoying this live stream series, The Daily Dose of Vitamin D3. And if so, let me know that as well. But for the most part, I wanted to drop these gems really quickly because I get asked this question all of the time. Katrina, what do you do when, life is just feels so hard and I'm, I'm ready to give up. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I just don't have it in me. I don't even know if I have the bandwidth, the capacity, the wherewithal, the grit, the determination anymore. Listen, to whom much is given, much is required. Okay? And when you are the chosen one, you are going to be given and required. It's going to be a lot required of you. I know, like you may know, that I am the chosen one. And for that reason, I am appreciative that God chose me to do this work. And therefore, I owe it to Him. As long as I have breath in me and as long as He will allow me to, I owe it to Him. I owe it to me. I owe it to my family. I owe it to my ancestors. Okay? And I owe it to the clients I serve. And so, like I said, as long as I have breath in me, this will be the work that I do, because I am so deeply connected and rooted in my why. And that's where you need to start as well, aside from the other tips and tidbits of information I've given, which is your mindset. Work on that. Okay, work on getting in a positive headspace. Work on your self-care. You want to be holistically well, and definitely be remembering at all times your why. Okay, so I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Be sure to share this video out with at least 3 friends, colleagues, associates, acquaintances, somebody, anybody, everybody, your whole entrepreneur entourage, and everybody who can benefit from this message today. And that's anybody who is dealing with wondering how they're going to push past where they are right now if they are feeling stuck. Okay? As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.